Hello, hello, hello. You are now live. Well, not live. You are here with Dave Jose on Saturday, October 2nd. And I wanted to come to you guys today and speak to you shortly and briefly about an important person that I have had the chance to meet and talk to over some time. I've had a chance to meet with, along with Josh Barnett. And I want to give this person credit and praise where praise is due. The person I'm speaking about is Senator Karen Fann from Arizona. I know a lot of you guys may have heard of her in recent history. A lot of you guys may have heard us talk about what she's doing in the audit or seen her live. Sign went sideways. Seeing her live talking about what happened in the Maricopa County audit. And I realized that there are some that said they're going to start going after her or attacking her. And I just want to say, guys, we got to be very careful what we do. We want things to be a certain way, guys, and part of the reason that the things are not the way that we want them to be in our states is because we as a people have not taught our government officials and we have not interacted with them in the way that we're supposed to. So when we want something to happen and we go to our legislature or our government servants and we want them to do things, sometimes we're shocked because people may feel like they're not listening enough, they're not doing what we want them to do, and they should be doing better. Well, what I want you to understand is that it was our duty the whole time to lead our government. What has happened is we have had people come in from the Bar Association who would try to manipulate situations, turn people against, turn the government against the people. And they have now really made it where the people are being punished and attacked in legislative tribunals, which are not courts. They're being punished over programs that have nothing to do with law. And we have a hard time dealing with things and paying for just life in itself. And so it's easy to place blame or to get rid of responsibility that we have. And I believe this nation will never be what it's supposed to be again until we start taking up the responsibility of actually showing our government officials, our servants, the states that belong to us, the governments that belong to us, their job descriptions. So first of all, what I do want to do is I do want to give a thanks to Karen Fann. Karen Fann, as I said, met with Josh and I, and we had a chance to instruct her on what the people wanted when it came to a full forensic audit. We gave notice to tell exactly who we wanted to be used. We got to see some really powerful things happen that never happened before. But there's some behind the scenes that a lot of you don't know about. And I was able to hear it personally, and I understand what it's like because in the fight that I do, we have a similar situation. People want to literally kill you over standing up for the truth. So what I'll tell you is when Josh and I, one of the times that we talked with Karen Fann, she let us know that she had a multitude of death threats. Multitude. They also sent her white powder inside of her mail. And so for many of you who see Karen Fann out on videos talking about what went on in the audit and trying to make something happen between the board of supervisors and the such, there's a side of you that you guys don't get to see. And I want to let you guys know that she loves the people enough to put her life on the line in order to get this audit done. She was threatened. People literally wanted to kill her. For real. And when you understand that, guys, not enough of us have slowed down enough to tell Karen thanks for doing what she did to the level that she did it. A lot of people are worried and concerned because they say, oh, well, she didn't go after them with warrants. She didn't do this or do that. But what you guys got to understand is we're in a situation where the Bar Association is directing our government officials, and the Bar Associations went after the people who tried to get audits. I want you guys to understand this. They're attacking the license of the people who wanted to get audits. Sidney Powell, Lynn Wood, Giuliani, they already got him. They came out and made a promise. They told, look, if you go after audits, which the people wanted, they were going to go after the Bar Association members who would help us. So guys, you got to realize they shut down every single case, blocked every single case in every single situation, pretty much every single instance. Some good information came out in Michigan, but other than that, every single case they blocked truth from getting out and did not show the interest of the people or the right of the people to have audits of their elections. The whole government belongs to us, so it should have happened. But realize that Karen Fann also has to deal with attorneys. Karen Fann is the one who swore an oath to protect the people of Arizona and their property. And if she makes a mistake, guys, you got to realize she can go to jail for a long time. At the same time, she's listening to the people and trying to do whatever it is that the people needed her to do. So she is stuck in a place where she's trying her best and she's trying to use the best of the information she has at the time. And so I want you guys to think about that, that you can't see that dynamic. You can't see what information she's being given from one side. You can see what we gave to her in the form of notices and affidavits, but you can't see everything. So when you take into consideration that we done the only audit of this type in history, you got to realize we just made some massive things happen. And Karen Fann listened to the people. Senator Farnsworth listened to the people. Sonny Borelli, Wendy Rogers listened to the people. But I do want to say that I've also seen some other things. I've seen where Nick Moseder made a post about trying to turn Wendy Rogers against Senator Karen Fann. And to me, that's just ignorance, because Senator Fann and Wendy Rogers are both fighting for the same things. Now, we just proved, guys, for the first time in America that we can actually get our government officials to listen to us. We just proved that we could do an audit that people said would never happen, and all the attorneys said it was impossible because it never happened before. And we got it. We did something that has never been done in the world, and people are still talking about how they're concerned about stuff that may not happen. When are we going to get to the point where we understand that the people have all political power and we push to direct our legislature? But when we see people do things and they're trying to work and follow what we say, is not the best to punish them or to hate on them or to attack them. You continue to instruct. See, if you could get a whole audit, then the next step of getting warrants to get the ballots or doing things, get the spunk logs and all that stuff, is not a crazy process after that, because we've already shown that we can direct our government. The power that we've gotten back from them, we're not going to lose if we continue to move forward. So we have a choice on how we want to deal with things. Do you work with people and build them up and help them to learn and show them the truth? See, this is the hard part that happens behind the scenes that people who just report news don't understand. They don't know what it's like to send information to a government official to help them to learn and see, and then send them more, and then send them more, and then send stuff to attorneys that know them. Josh Barnett and I got to be involved with a whole lot to make stuff happen. And we can see that we've had a major victory, but some people, because it didn't have everything they wanted at the time, they don't look at it as a major victory. They don't slow down and say, thank you, God, for letting them listen to us. Thank you, God, for showing us how to use our power. Thank you, God, because we're going to take it to the next level. Thank you, God, for all you've given us. Thank you, God, for giving us government officials that will listen to us and actually put out evidence of bad things that never has been done before. The deep state has practiced their evil works in comfort, and nobody came after them in a hard way. And we just show how one of our government officials would actually step up for us, many of them actually, step up for us and do what they were required to do based on the Constitution of the state, which nobody teaches, right? So I also remember when the situation happened with Clements and Nick, and something happened where Nick was a little concerned and upset. He told the people, he said, listen, I already told y'all, if it's ever about my family's safety or my wife or me or something like that, I'm out. So, and I got on him for that, and I forgave him, But what you got to understand is that Nick said if something happens against his family, or if something gets scarier, gets too hairy, he's out, and he's just going to drop everybody, right? Well, Karen Fann didn't do that. She got white stuff sent to her house. She kept doing the audit. She got threatened all over the place. She kept doing the audit. And so, guys, I want you to take a little bit of time to give love to Karen Fann. You can't see her come out with information and do stuff and then attack her right after she gets done and expect for her to be built up enough and grow enough to continue to help the people the way that she needs to, especially when she has to deal with the Bar Association giving her information and knowledge. So, guys, we got to take the next step to get things going. And me and Josh have some new things that are going to come out. I do want you guys to not follow the foolishness that Nick Moseder is doing and anybody else who's doing the same thing. We are going to instruct our legislature. New notices are going out. They just got 5,000 approximate notices, at least 4,750 now, for decertifying. And I think that that's going to make a big difference. I think it's going to change a lot. We got affidavits going out too. The affidavit mamas are doing an event, collecting some today. We are also doing them all across the country. Across the state. So we're going to get that moving. But guys, be wise in what you do and care for when you build your servants, build them gently, guys, except when you have to be a little more firm. Build them gently so you can build a relationship in the end. The purpose is not for us to punish our government officials and arrest everybody and do all this and do all that. The purpose is to help them to see the truth and guide them into doing the right thing and benefiting as a nation and us growing together and having peace. You don't have to punish everybody every single time, guys. You don't have to crush everybody every single time. But we got to learn to have mercy. We got to learn to love each other. We got to learn to love the government officials. And sometimes it takes for us to correct them sharply. But I think Karen Fann did a really good job in getting the audits done. And y'all got to realize the Bar Association wanted to block everything they were doing. Perkins Coie, the United States Department of Justice, Merrick Garland. They wanted to kill everything they were doing. So just realize, guys, that she knew that it wasn't the best idea to try to pull things before courts or do anything that'll get a court involved, because the courts are trying to block justice. So Professor Clements will tell y'all the courts block justice. So all these people who will roll with Professor Clements, who look at Karen Fann and say, Karen Fann, why didn't you use the courts to arrest them? Because the courts block justice. That simple. But it's a good thing for everybody to see, guys, because we also know what we need to correct. So I want to thank you guys for coming on. This video is yours. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you can, send Karen Fann some love, guys. Build her up. We're going to move forward to that next step. Me and Josh are going to bring it to y'all. It's going to get good. And thank you, guys. I love y'all. Peace.